Hello, darlings. Welcome to Z Star Africa, your home of sizzling drama recaps. Today, we dive deep into the cracks in Sachin and Sayali's marriage, and Sayali going extra mile to save her marriage. Let's get into it. The episode begins with Sayali, heartbroken and overwhelmed, sits alone in a field and starts drinking alcohol. Sachin is shocked and deeply disturbed when he finds her intoxicated. In her drunken state, Sayali begins mimicking the way Sachin behaves when he drinks. Although Sachin repeatedly pleads with her to stop, Sayali stubbornly refuses. Instead, she demands that he first convince her emotionally. Sachin, still conflicted and hurt, refuses to give in. Their conversation quickly turns heated, and yet another bitter argument erupts between the already strained couple, leaving their fragile relationship hanging in painful uncertainty and deep emotional turmoil. Despite the lingering feelings they both secretly carry, and the unresolved memories that continue to haunt them, the confrontation threatens to push them even further apart. Sayali seeks affection and emotional reassurance from Sachin. However, instead of responding immediately, Sachin insists that she must first convince him. This leads to a prolonged and intense argument between the two. Both remain stubborn, each waiting for the other to apologize first. Eventually, Sachin admits that he cannot bear to stay away from his wife for long. This softens the tension between them, and they finally exchange heartfelt apologies. Realizing that separation will only worsen their problems, they promise never to abandon each other again. To express their renewed love and commitment, they warmly embrace and share an intimate cuddle. Meanwhile, Renuka, Tejas, Riya, and Roshni struggle to manage their daily routines without the use of mobile phones. The sudden absence of digital devices disrupts their usual lifestyle, but it also brings an unexpected realization. They begin to understand the importance of real human connection and how technology had been creating distance between them. To pass time and reconnect with one another, the family members start playing Antakshari together, gradually restoring warmth and balance in their relationships. On the other side, the head of the Randhawa family grows furious with the other members of his household. He had specifically instructed them to keep a close watch on Sachin, but they have completely failed in their duty. Sachin is nowhere to be found, and this negligence deeply enjars him, raising tensions within the family. The next morning brings a tender moment as Sachin and Sayali wake up together in the middle of a field. Wrapped in each other's arms, they share a quiet feeling of love and comfort. Their peaceful moment is suddenly interrupted by Simi's anxious screams. She arrives in a state of panic and informs them that chaos has erupted in her home because the family believes their would-be son-in-law has run away. Sachin becomes worried and urges Simi to handle the situation somehow. Otherwise, the Randhawa family might forcibly proceed with his marriage to her. Simi quickly advises both Sachin and Sayali to flee immediately before matters escalate and they face serious trouble. However, Sayali refuses to run away, choosing instead to honor Sachin's promise. Determined to solve the problem properly, she takes the phone number of Simi's boyfriend, Karan, intending to contact him and bring him into the situation. Back at the Randhawa household, the family concludes that Sachin has disgraced their reputation by eloping. Just when tensions peak, Sachin and Simi suddenly appear before them. Thinking quickly, Simi spins a believable story to deflect suspicion and avoid further questioning. Later that same day, preparations for the wedding celebration begin in full swing. Simi and Sachin are dressed as bride and groom, yet both are deeply anxious. They remain unsure how they will stop the marriage at the last moment. Sayali has still not returned with Karan, which increases Sachin's worry. He begins to doubt whether Karan will arrive in time. Trapped under mounting pressure, Sachin and Simi anxiously wonder how they will escape the situation without creating a major scandal. Sayali arrives at the wedding venue where Sachin and Simi are present. Sensing the urgency of the situation, Sayali quickly instructs both of them to leave immediately in her car. Trusting her completely, Sachin and Simi waste no time and rush into the vehicle, speeding away from the venue. Soon after, Sayali is questioned about Karan and why he failed to come to marry Simi. Meanwhile, the Randhawa family notices their sudden escape and immediately begins chasing the car at full speed. Simi's grandmother and aunt repeatedly plead with Sayali to stop the vehicle, but Sayali firmly ignores their requests and continues driving. During the intense chase, Sayali and Sachin switch seats mid-journey, and Sachin takes control of the steering wheel to handle the situation better. After a tense drive, they finally reach the predetermined destination where Karen has been called. Karen soon arrives and, without hesitation, warmly embraces Simi, expressing his deep love and concern for her. However, their emotional reunion is quickly interrupted when the Randhawa family also reaches the spot. They are left stunned upon seeing Karen and Simi together. In a burst of anger, Simi is slapped by her family guardians. Seeing this, Sachin immediately steps forward and pleads with the elders to at least give Simi one chance to explain herself. When confronted about her decision, Simi finally reveals the truth. She explains that she has always loved only Karen, but since he belongs to a different caste and community, she was certain her family would reject their relationship outright. Simi further explains that fear and anxiety pushed her to take the extreme step of running away. She points out that her guardians never tried to properly understand Karen. The moment they heard his surname and caste, they dismissed him without fair consideration. That is why she chose to elope, and Sachin simply stepped in to help her during the crisis. Karen then speaks sincerely about his love for Simi and promises in front of everyone that he will always keep her happy. Despite his heartfelt assurance, the grandmother remains unconvinced. She criticizes Simi for repeatedly forming attachments and running away with different men in the past. She also questions Karen's courage, asking why he never came directly to their house to formally ask for Simi's hand. Both Simi and Karen fold their hands and apologize to the family. However, Simi's uncle initially refuses to continue the discussion, feeling there is no point in further conversation. At this critical moment, Sachin and Sayali introduce themselves as a married couple and respectfully request the elders to reconsider their harsh stance. Sayali emotionally pleads with the grandmother to forgive the young couple and give their love a fair chance. Her heartfelt words finally begin to soften the family's rigid attitude. After much emotional tension, the Randhawa guardians ultimately agree to forgive Simi and Karen, bringing relief to everyone present. Grateful for their help, the family warmly invites Sachin and Sayali to stay with them for a few days. However, the couple politely declines, explaining that they have already planned to continue their honeymoon during this time. They travel across various beautiful parts of Punjab, spending precious and joyful moments together while enjoying each other's company to the fullest. After a few blissful days, Sachin and Sayali finally return to Mumbai. The moment they arrive, both feel a deep sense of comfort, as though they have truly come back home. Once again, they realize how impossible it is for them to live without each other. Before stepping inside their house, they pause to share tender moments, as Sachin lovingly gives Sayali special attention, making her feel deeply cherished and strengthening the warmth of their growing relationship. See you in the next. Much love.